Differentiated instruction, a guide to facilitate instruction to meet individual student needs. What is differentiated instruction? It is flexible learning groups that are based on prior assessments determined by students or randomly selected and where the students are comfortable. Students are also offered choice, where they make choices for assignment and tasks. They are respectful tasks that are interesting and require students to be ready. And there is also shared responsibility, where students have the opportunity to think and talk while they self-assess and ask for feedback. In order to implement differentiated instruction, we look into the 4 classroom elements that are based off of student readiness, interests, and the learning environment. The first is content. Content is described as what the student needs to learn or how the student will get access to the information. Students need varied materials at an attainable reading level, material on audio tape, visual representation through technology, and even groups when appropriate. Here is an example of a lesson which we will be following throughout the video. This is an introductory map lesson for the book Me on the Map by Joan Sweeney. The materials are listed, and as well as the methods to introduce the content, such as visual, auditory, and vocabulary image cards. It is written in phase 1 of this lesson to consistently scaffold student understandings throughout. While students are listening to the story, the teacher is providing visual components through vocabulary cards and images, the Elmo Smartboard, and by showing what will be used during phase 2. The next classroom element is process. Process is the activities in which the student engages in order to make sense or master the content. This can be explored by using tiered activities or activities that have the same content while different skills and complexity are being used. Interest centers are provided where students can explore extensions of the content while the teacher uses lists to determine if the students are completing activities. The teacher also offers manipulatives for students who need them while also allowing appropriate or extended time for students to complete assignments. Referencing back to the lesson, the teacher gives opportunity for students to complete an assignment. The teacher would then extend the activity by asking students to draw maps of their own rooms and allow students who are interested to explore the class world map, which is displayed in an interest center. Next, we determine the product element. Product is the culminating projects that ask the students to rehearse, apply, and extend what they have learned. This can be thought of as an assessment. When you allow student options for assessment processes, you are giving them choice while reinforcing their responsibility for their own learning. These are some examples. The lesson we've been looking at is a homework assignment in which the students choose how they will create a map of their own bedroom. The teacher offers a variety of methods so that the students can decide what works best for them. The last classroom element is the learning environment, or the way the classroom works. Some things to consider are the way the classroom feels, use of space, resources, and labeled shelves. There's also technology as well as assistive technology. A question to ask is my classroom welcoming, respected, a place where students know what is expected, a place where I can attend to all students and group needs, a place where students have a say in their learning, student learning needs incorporate readiness. Did you assess prior knowledge and skills before? Do you know work habits? Do you know interests? What are personal, social, and future interests of your students, as well as their learning preferences, environmental, and learning styles? Some instruction for differentiation are choice boards, cubing, learning centers, learning contracts, and rafts. When you teamwork to problem solve using the RTI method through Tier 1 through 3 models, you are explaining the situation to parents, designing an instructional plan with coworkers to meet student needs, allowing the student to work in small groups, and continually assessing the student and communicating with teaching partners and parents. Thanks for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed learning about different